Hi, and welcome to our Christmas episode here on Pinay Insight. This is going to be a special episode in that we are going to be featuring artists and filmmakers from the first ever Filipino night at the Asian World Film Fest held at the AMC Theaters in Marina Del Rey. Let's listen to how they use their craft to try and eradicate Asian hate. We're back here on Pinay Insight with one of my favorite films for today. Yay! Morena. And basically, or a lot of it because of the great acting of this lady.
Thank you.
Understated, very realistic, written by you or merely produced.
Just produced.
And don't undervalue that. I mean, that's huge.
So, I mean, even growing up, we just always felt like when you were darker skinned, you weren't as attractive, you weren't pretty, you weren't just wanted, and you just felt like you were ugly. And it was just, it's still a debate today of like light skin versus dark skin, and just not
To
this day. And it's changed. It's changed a lot, but it's still so much to go.
I know we've started to embrace,
Right.
especially in the films.
Right, in films, definitely.
Where Viola Davis was.
Oh, The Woman King? I loved
Then
it.
after that was
Wakanda.
I have to see that.
Oh, you have to see it.
I can see this woman queen here.
Yes.
I saw the call just on a casting website, and I saw it, and I thought, as soon as I read Morena, I was like, oh, like, what is this? And casting like a Filipina actress, I was like, what is this about? And the fact that it was about colorism, something that is so close to me and my personal story, my personal journey. With Filipinos, particularly, everything is about your appearance. Unfortunately, like, even in the culture, like the microaggressions, like your relatives, they don't even know you, and they'll say stuff like, you look darker, or you're fat, or your hair is too long, it looks dirty. Yes, exactly. And with me personally, growing up, I was the darker child of all my cousins and my siblings. They're all mestiza, and so hearing that.
So you were from New York?
No, I'm from Carson. I'm from Torrance. Yeah.
Yes, you're bred and raised in
Yes, and all of my cousins are as well, except for some that just moved from the Philippines recently. But all of them pretty much have, or the majority of them have white skin, and we've been taught since we were little that, like, essentially, it's ugly. It's ugly. In essence, when I'm forced to stay inside while everyone else is allowed to go swimming, or if, like, my grandma forced me to wear or use papaya soap, stuff like that.
Papayas.
Yeah.
Papayas.
Or when your aunt that you've never met sees your sibling and says, oh my God, you're so beautiful, you're mestiza, and then looks at me and says, oh, morenas are pretty too.
By the way.
Well, I knew that, but it didn't feel that way when you said that. So a lot of times it comes from your own family and your own households, like where it's little things, that you externalize, so those, like I said, those microaggressions when you come inside the house after a day of playing and, your parents say you look dirty, it looks ugly, you know, those sort of things. You internalize that and then you bring it outside of the house with you. And so I think, honestly, a lot of times hatred starts in the household, and it comes out like a joke when it's not.
How did that affect you?
Well, it took me...
Carry some of that pain to this day?
Not anymore, no.
Hey, that's what I wanted to.
Yeah, not anymore. Yeah. So...
And you know, the best revenge is success.
Right.
Let's hear it from the right.
I mean, for me, it was more of like a societal thing, because my mom and my parents, my mom and dad, very much instilled the love of my dark skins ever since I was little, and they made it a point with like all the books they would buy me or all the dolls I would get. They reflected how I looked, and it was more of just like going to school and noticing that the boys would talk to like the lighter skinned girls all the time. And I think now, I mean, it's definitely changed now, but I think when I see things on television and they want to find a black person for a film, it's usually someone who's like multiracial, which is right. Her skin is like she's mixed, so which is fine, but that's not the only definition of someone of an African American woman.
I'm going to add to that and say, in addition to that, like I said, Filipinos are very concerned with your external appearance, and all I've seen of Filipino representation is white mixed. And while it is a very delicate subject, the idea of someone's ethnic authenticity and that coming from, you know, their percentage, their blood percentage, that is a tricky thing. But when I see my representation and all I see is people who are mixed with white and people who can pass as white, it doesn't feel authentic to me, and that sort of thing is internalized as well. So
yeah.
Well, thank you for your time, ladies. This is an amazing couple of women. Watch out for them. More things to come. We'll be right back after a few reminders here on Pinay Insight. Halina na po tayo sa Simbang Gabi celebration dito po sa Incarnation Parish sa Glendale, California. Right after the Simbang Gabi on December 23rd at 7 p.m. dito po sa Brand Boulevard, ay magkakaroon po tayo ng reception. And during the reception, we will have a celebration filled with a toy drive, giving away toys to our children, our food featuring our favorite lechon, and of course the entertainment. This year's special guest is headed by Lyndon Apostol, who was just featured at the Nutcracker at Westlake and is such a great tenor. And we have jazz singer Heidi Tan, and we have our very own magician Fane Grayson, and finally our guest Lailani Shu from Star Wars. We invite you all, and we'll see you there again on December 23rd, Friday at 7 p.m., followed by reception at 8 p.m. Thanks, and see you there. Merry Christmas. Here on Pinay Insight with Aaron Dumas. Now, Aaron, Asian World Film Festival, this is your world.
Yes, it's my world.
Actor?
Yes, I'm an actor. We just premiered our film last night, actually, first time.
Wow, and what was the name of this film?
It's called The Perfect Couple.
And are you the perfect couple with whoever you play?
That's what it seems to be. We want to project to the audience that, you know, we are the perfect couple, but there's something more behind the scenes.
Which is the case in real life.
Exactly. You know, I think we always present ourselves with a mask on all times, you know, so regardless of where we are, there's always a mask.
Yes.
And sometimes we have to strip that down. To me, I mean, hate across not just Asian races, but across the entire board. It's something that we need to stand up for ourselves. It starts with one person. So if we can make a difference, like if I have the power to make a dramatic impact, not just in the entertainment industry, but for the entire world, which is my dream, we have to start empowering ourselves first. We have to take the lead in our lives first and foremost. And from there, when people see that we're taking the lead, we're standing up for ourselves first, then it's going to be a domino effect for people to follow.
I love that.
And so,
Have you ever been a victim of any microaggression or Asian that you don't mind sharing?
yeah, I mean, I've been bullied, growing up. So, I mean, for, the truth, it's personal. I've been a victim of home invasion before. And so,
because of your race,
I don't think it was that. Yeah, it's hard to prove, but you never know. But it's just like external, with just drama, with just friends and hate maybe, just because of maybe who I am as a person, and yeah.
I will
so it starts with us.
My motto is educate, don't hate.
Yes, I agree.
We'll be right back after a few reminders here on Pinay Insight. Start the year right by purchasing your tickets to the hottest concert of the year, My Time, featuring our very own Garth Garcia with special guest star Jaya. Garth will be supported by Southern California's finest artists. This concert is brought to you by Starlink and the official media partner, the Asian American Press Club of the U.S. Save the date, January 28th, Saturday at 7 p.m. here at the Zipper Hall in downtown Los Angeles. For more information, you may call 310-717-2768. Here on Pinay Insight with none other than the debonair. That's what I'm going to call you, debonair. So they say. Linda Apostol.
Hi.
Primarily a performer, singer, but it looks like you have some desire or inkling towards or propensity towards film or being in a film or filmmaking. Talk to me about that desire.
That desire is the beginning of my career.
No.
I started in film
In the Philippines, or
well, here in the U.S. and
Yes.
not, but you know me, I love so many things. So I ended up dancing and singing and doing more theater, more stage, especially with Miss Philippines and the Philippine Fashion Expo. So this is me coming back into my world, into the industry.
I love it.
And this is such a good day.
Isn't it?
This is like the perfect day for the creative juices to come out
And
meet incredible people, incredible creatives as well.
And
So
Mark thought we wouldn't have any audience. Can you imagine? This is a full house right here.
yes, absolutely.
We asked for people to support, and they came in droves.
And we're full. We're full capacity.
Right.
Yeah. The next show is going to be the Nutcracker at the Thousand Oaks Civic Arts Plaza. I'll be playing the Rat King for the 7th year in a row. From MJ Ricadio himself, I might be the only person or Filipino American to do a role in the big production.
Will
For
you
me,
invite us?
absolutely. This is in Thousand Oaks.
Because that's near where you live.
Yes, Pacific Festival Ballet. We're going to have New York City guest artists, Tyler Peck and Roman Mejia, and world class, right? And being around these incredible artists, Kim Maselli's Pacific Festival Ballet, it really pushed me as an artist that we're not just within our own corners, in our own realms. We are world class, and we are ready, and we have a lot of energy.
Is outside of your comfy place, or are you really a dancer?
I am a dancer, but I had to train for that, and I wasn't a natural dancer. You go and show up. You can't skip the push-ups, as I say to my students, and that's and this
Students.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
I caught that word. You teach.
Yes, I do. Asian hate.
Have you ever been?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
you were talking.
I am, but it's a very personal one because experience was from work, where we thought that they knew better. And I thought that like you want to believe that people know better,
Right.
but coming just from ignorance, and I think a lot of that is just the way we're doing it right now, where we're making connections and we're making our stories known and making it more available.
And
that is the
educating.
cure. Education.
You see teachers, so you know that this is one of their solutions.
I see kids all the time, and kids love. They may misbehave, but they love, and so any sort of distortion in terms of race is just a mere.
It's taught. It's taught. Right? Don't you think? I always tell my kids
It's
that.
taught.
Be careful because
It's taught.
naturally people will love, kids will love.
Yeah.
If there's any hatred, you and I have to account for that.
Absolutely. Yes, and as teachers and as representatives and role models, we want to make sure that we educate them as to what that looks like, and so that they know better. The segment that we were hired for is supposed to elevate Asians, because we were all picked as Asians and we were supposed to go on the stage and show our talents. Little did we know that the actual segment that they're filming is making fun of what we were trying to do, and they were trying to replace their token Asian comedic relief. That's what they were actually doing on the backside, but it was framed that we were on stage to perform and be ourselves and celebrate our talents. And so when I will just let you know that Brandon English, a friend of mine, was also there, and he led a walkout, and that I'm happy that he had that. I'm happy that he was courageous enough to do that, and I followed suit. And I'm not sure if the others did as well, or if they went through with the video, but I'm just grateful that he was there to be able to lead that, and he knew that we knew better.
Right. You knew which side you were on.
And
it's too bad that we have to take sides. There should be no lines anywhere.
Right, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
What is your ideal world?
Ideal world is peace of mind for everyone.
I love it. That's almost like a Thanksgiving or holiday gift.
Yeah.
We'll be right back after a few reminders here on Pinay Insight. Watch and listen to Jules Gracer at Chatterbox with Jules Gracer, our official media representative for next year's Miss Universe 2023, to be held in Milan. We are so proud of Asian American Press Club of the USS Vice President Jules Gracer. Congratulations. Okay, we're back here on Pinay Insight with the one and only Tirso Cruz, and of course,
Mr. Ernest Escaler. He's one of the people who made it possible for me to be here today.
Well, thank you, Ernest. We love this guy. All the way back from the Nora days.
Oh my God. That was a million years ago.
Yes, but you know what, Tirso? You actually, and this is going back memory lane, you and Nora actually filmed in our place in Bel Air.
Oh, that's a
Braggadocio. I don't know if you remember that. You were
Bel Air
very young.
Quezon, yeah.
Yes, and then my older sister had a crush on him. So I will actually show this. Will you say hello to my sister first of all?
What's her name?
Her name is Mags.
Mads, how are you? Long time no see.
You are too funny. So how does it feel being part of the Asian World Film Festival?
Something that makes a Filipino really feel good and great. We're being given a chance now to be the first Filipino movie that will be within reach on Oscars, and it's something that we're really proud of.
Really?
Yes, very.
I know John is there. I haven't seen the movie. Are you part of the film? You should be.
I am not part of the film.
I wish you were. That's okay.
I am part of the Philippine movie industry. That's all I can say.
And we all support our own.
Yes, of course.
Now, you know of the Asian hate that's going around in the States, especially with COVID. Unfortunately, how do you think yourself as a creative person, as a performer, and I'll throw the same question at you, can you help eradicate any form of hate?
any form of hate should be eradicated, even if not, even if for every person, for every human being.
Yes.
I mean, hate is a word that should be taken out of the vocabulary.
I love it.
And I don't know. I don't even want to think about it. What has been happening lately?
We will
Yeah.
not then. Any words from you, Ernest?
No, we're very proud of this production, so we wish everybody would patronize Philippine productions.
Watch and learn Blog Talk with MJ Rocadio, founder of 75 Most Influential Filipino Americans in the U.S. and our very own member at the Asian American Press Club of the U.S. He's someone that's undeniably charming and full of knowledge and information, whether it be in the entertainment industry or just life itself. Let's listen and keep supporting our MJ Rocadio. Hope to see you there. Here on the Asian World Film Festival red carpet with the main showing for the evening. I've got the Three Musketeers, if I may call you that. Go ahead and introduce everyone.
I'm Eric Mati. I'm the director of On the Job, The Missing Eight.
I'm looking forward to it.
Don Monteverde, one of the executive producers of the film.
And I'm Joe Calero, one of the executive producers.
Wonderful. Do you already smell the money with this film? Because I hear it's already won in Venice.
Yes. For John Arcilla for the Volpe Cup. Yeah.
He's amazing.
Yeah.
He is really good.
You knew who you would pick.
Right.
Yeah.
So
He's perfect.
See, in any room.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just one of those methodical,
Yes.
well-trained actors who's so deep
Yep.
yet understated.
Yeah.
Talk to me about the inspiration.
Well, the film is the second installment of the original On the Job. So this one is On the Job, The Missing Eight. It continues the story of prisoners being hired to kill, and then they're being brought back to prison. But this time around, we're focusing on journalism. It's about 8 people who's gone missing.
And they were all journalists.
Yes, and John Arcilla, who's also a journalist, is it's his colleagues who's disappeared. So now he wants to find out the
This
truth.
is personal. It's a personal fight for him. Now, this hits home because we just lost Percy.
Yep.
And this is very personal to me because I've been a broadcast journalist for over 3 decades with Lauren Lagarda on Channel 9. So I've handled fear. I was the one who announced that our Ninoy Aquino was gunned down. And everyone could see I was trembling as I was saying it. Talk to me about the process of the film, and is this the second and the end, or do you think there's so much to be told that it can go on and on and on?
Every time we finish one On the Job, we think, oh, this might be the last. And then something bizarre happens in the Philippines that we just have to tell this another story again and again and again.
What can we expect from the film?
Oh, expect a lot, no? Like, aside from the great acting from John, there's a lot of other great actors that you'll discover. Christopher is there.
But you have new ones.
Dennis Trillo, Dante Rivero. I mean, all wonderful actors. So,
Lot de Leon.
Lot de Leon is
Another
there.
one.
So it's like,
Great music.
Do you have it looks like you have something to do with the music, because you had.
Yeah, I had a little to do with driving the budget way up.
I love it.
Good story. It's a good story.
And then finally, you've heard of Asian hate.
Yes.
Unfortunately, ever since COVID, it has heightened. And how you as creatives, executive directors, can help eradicate it.
I think United States is very divided now. I think more so with all those Asian hate. I think I don't know how they will all find a reason to coexist, work together, live together. But I just hope that it all stops and it matters to not just the Asians but also whatever hate that's going around. It really is that there isn't any place for that in the world at all.
And as creatives,
Well, you know,
I mean, my tagline is educate, stop the hate.
yes.
I mean, this is really a form of education.
Yes, so Asian hate, you know, there's just no place for this in this world. You know, I think it's not something we like to happen. I think, it's, yeah.
Your thoughts here?
You mean the non-Asian? You want to hear?
Speak about
No, you know, the weird thing is I've lived in the Philippines for 25 years now. So they're beautiful people, right? And to me, the world's colorless. So I don't understand Asian hate. There's got to be something wrong with the world when you hate someone.
I will tell you, it's all about ignorance, but the more we talk about them through films, the better life will be. We'll be right back after a few reminders here on Pinay Insight.
Thinking of premeditated violence, perhaps even of killing someone? Your thoughts cannot be ignored or unheard. LifeTarget.org has links to over 400 services ready to help you now. LifeTarget can help you find a proxy, someone always there to help you overcome your thoughts of violence, anger, and hate. Don't let your negative emotions take control. Your loved ones and your community need the positive side of you. You're not alone. LifeTarget has your back.
We're here at the fabulous Asian World Film Festival celebration with Sukfa, the host for today. And talk to me about how you are totally involved and immersed in this project.
I mean, so I'm a Thai Cambodian artist. I'm a singer overseas,
Nice.
but I've been chosen here to do the red carpet host because we represent every different Asian from around the world, including Southeast Asian and East Asian. But most importantly, we want to bring awareness to Asian hate crimes.
Yes, talk to us about that.
Being in Cambodia and bringing Cambodian Americans to Long Beach, there's a lot of gangsters and a lot of gang banging, homelessness happening. So these people who are Cambodian American Asians are homeless on the streets and being mistreated by the public. Being chased out, they have no homes to go to, and that in itself is a part of Asian hate crimes.
I agree.
And we want to bring awareness, so we provide shelters, we provide food, and we try to talk to them. How can we help them get out of that situation so they're not being attacked on the streets?
I love that. And I will put you on the spot here. We would love to partner with your organization.
Aw, that would be amazing.
So, yes, we will do something. Ralph is the producer for this segment, and we can do something.
We can come together and just represent every different Asian communities.
Yes.
But I did write a song about the Asian hate crimes.
Wow.
So I'll sing a little bit for you guys.
Okay, yes, let's hear this. Let's hear this.
Let's hold each other, never let it go, 'cause everyone needs love to move the world.
Thank you, Sukfa. We'll be right back after a few reminders here on Pinay Insight. We're back here on Pinay Insight, this time with a Taiwanese good-looking actor, don't you think? Jake Long, welcome to the Asian World Film Festival.
Thank you for having me.
This is your world?
This is my world, yeah.
And tell me, you don't have an entry for this year, but you said you're working on a project. Are you at liberty to talk about that?
I don't know if I'm at liberty to talk about it yet, but working with WDA and Minnie and the team over there, also Mark's a very good friend of mine, so can't wait to get that out. So it's still in post-production production. I don't know if I could say anything yet, but it looks beautiful. So I'm hoping we can get that out maybe sometime next year. So
I totally agree with you. There's always this confidentiality and right?
Always.
So now talk to me though. And this is easy, I promise you. There's all this Asian hate going around. Your thoughts on it and how you feel you as a creative can help eradicate the problem.
I guess the short answer is that we really just have to keep pushing our work and pushing for our stuff out there so that we can, really get our foot in there and show people that we are here and we're not going away. So that's really what I think the answer is. I've gotten all the, why can't you speak English? Why can't you read English? We've got it all. But, at the end of the day...
As much as you are this good looking.
You got to thank my mom. That's all my mom.
Yes, thank you, Mom, for the genes. Okay.
But, you can only fight hate with love, You can't fight hate with hate, so...
My logo is educate, don't hate.
Absolutely.
Stop the hate, but I even love that. Just pure kindness all around, right?
You can't fix the haters, they're always going to be there. So just hang out with the people that like you, so...
There you go, I love that. Now tell me.
I mean, there's always been a couple instances here and there. Nothing that I would say, really shook me to my core. I mean...
Good, that's what we want to hear. So keep it that way, keep it light.
Absolutely.
I mean, you have so many blessings. I'm sure most of these people, they always say hate is about the not knowing. It's just ignorance, really, based out of ignorance or envy. So in your case, it looks more like envy.
I guess I'll take it. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back after a few reminders here on Pinay Insight. Halina na po tayo sa Simbang Gabi celebration dito po sa Incarnation Parish sa Glendale, California. Right after the Simbang Gabi on December 23rd at 7 p.m. dito po sa Brand Boulevard ay magkakaroon po tayo ng reception. And during the reception, we will have a celebration filled with a toy drive giving away toys to our children, our food featuring our favorite lechon, and of course the entertainment. This year's special guest is headed by Lyndon Apostol, who was just featured at the Nutcracker at Westlake and is such a great tenor. And we have jazz singer Heidi Tan, and we have our very own magician Fane Grayson, and finally our guest Lailani Shu from Star Wars. We invite you all, and we'll see you there again on December 23rd, Friday at 7 p.m., followed by reception at 8 p.m. Thanks, and see you there. Merry Christmas. Here on Pinay Insight, the Asian World Film Festival. This is the year for Asians, I think. I mean, it's a long time coming. But more importantly, we're celebrating Filipinos. Sorry, you're included. I promise you, I've already adopted you as I have this interview. So talk to me. This is one of the stories that I actually tell my children. Because I remember watching a Smithsonian revolving, moving exhibit, and they held it at historic Filipino town, and there were those pictures of those stores with the signs that says no dogs allowed, no Filipinos allowed, and it stuck to my mind. So whenever I try to explain what is going on now, where we still have, unfortunately, a lot of Asian hate, I refer to this story, and I say it's historical. I'm sorry, it's probably going to repeat itself a few more times unless we do something about it. So my question is, yay, we're ready for a full film. This was a good teaser. And B, what do you think your job is as creative people in trying to eradicate the problem? And your thoughts about Asian hate in general as it is happening now. We'll start off with Director Randall. well. Georgina is, of course, the actress as well as co-writer or writer, and was advised by Alex and Ian, the bad boy. But he's really nice in person.
Well, I mean, our responsibility in terms of these topics is to make films and make stories that help our culture, that sort of show what our past was and show what our future can be, and to fight racial hate and injustice through the medium of storytelling, which is what we do.
Are we hopeful? Please tell me you have something to hope for.
Yes, I think we do. I think, I said in the last interview that we should empower ourselves with our stories and stand up straight rather than hide from it. And I hope that our stories can really inspire Asian Americans to start speaking to family and speaking up when there is injustice happening. I think one of the issues with the Asian hate epidemic is that people are not also speaking. And one of the elements of No Dogs is kind of what happened generations before. What reason is it that Asian Americans and Filipinos not talk about what's been happening to them? And I think Filipinos, the group that Carl is a part of is called the Night Riders, and it's been rarely documented, but these people would create hate crimes at nighttime and scare people and scare children, and a lot of people don't even tell their kids until they're 80 years old. And I think that showing emotion on screen can help inspire conversation within families to heal themselves, and so that we can move forward standing up straighter and being able to use our voice and not being afraid to use our voice. And that's the power of filmmaking.
I grew up in a community that, while it wasn't the most diverse, it was very supportive, it was very open, and I grew up with a lot of fascination and curiosity about other cultures and races, and I think that is what we need to foster in what we create here. Is we need to get people just to sort of look at other cultures with curiosity rather than the hate,
Well, thank you. We'll be right back after a few reminders here on Pinay Inside. Thank you.
Thank you.
This brings to an end another episode here on Pinay Inside. We look forward to seeing you again next week for our pre-New Year's special. And we have several guests for you, and they will blow you away. We thank you for staying with us all throughout these 10 episodes. And we'll see you next year here at the Stop the Asian Hate program on our Pinay Inside, brought to you by a grant from the California State Library in collaboration with the Burlington Community Services and Housing Development. I'm your host, Thelma, together with Dr. Jeff Ring, our very reliable videographer, Nikki Ariola, and our editor, Christian Paul Joaquin, wishing you all a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year. Maligayang Pasko sa inyong lahat. Mula sa Pinay Inside. See you next episode.